Supple Tribe, welcome to your spine homework. This is the hinge point training. I've already made a video on this, but I'm making another one because it's just a little bit more education and I want to make sure that everyone's doing it correctly. So this hinge point training, if you haven't seen the spine video, the educational video, please go into the introduction or the spine section in the mobility classes, go to the spine section, watch it's about 7 minutes, me on a whiteboard talking about the spine and why hinge point training is so important. If you haven't seen that, go and watch that now. And we'll get into this. I'm doing this as many days as I can. I've missed a couple of days, but I really try to do the absolute best that I can to get this done every single evening or every single day at some point. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be warming up with some spinal segmentation, and then we will just be going into the hinge point. We're going to choose 3 areas in the lumbar and then 3 areas in thoracic, randomized, and just rep out by pushing into the eraser or anything that you've got that is a small object that you can feel on your spine. Now my spine is, and I have like quite protruding muscles on my lower back, so it's like a little bit of a concave or an indent where my spine is. So I need to have something that's a little bit kind of larger. If it's a very small something, I can't feel it. So just make sure that it's the right thing for you. What I wanted to quickly demonstrate is what I was doing before pressing into the spine in my videos is, I'm not really seeing much movement because I thought that was correct. But I'm not even flexing in my lumbar spine or in the vertebrae that I'm trying to push into. I'm just hinging at the pelvis. My spine's not actually doing anything. So we have to make sure that we are flexing, even if lots of other stuff's going on, even if you have to curl up with a lot of stuff to make sure that you are flexing from that vertebrae. That's the best thing to do. It's almost like, we don't want perfect, we want done. We want to get the movement done in any way possible. So that's the most important thing. So we will go into spinal segmentation. First of all, full flexion. And what I'll do is I'll put the timer on because everyone moves differently. We're just going to go for 90 seconds of spinal segmentation. And off we go. The goal here is to do it first. Then we'll do all the hinge point training. And then we'll do some more reps afterwards. And you should feel a little bit different. Obviously the first time you may not, but for me, I've been doing this for a few weeks now, most evenings. I definitely feel a difference. And my back, my segmentation feels so much better. If you want to sort of change up the segmentation and go from, from cervical first, all the way down to lumbar, you can do that. Or you can just stick to the standard from bottom to top. But really concentrate on this. The most important thing is to concentrate during this class and really get that feeling as much as possible. About 20 seconds left. And the slower you go, if you need to go really slowly, that's okay too. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Okay, so with the hinge point, if you can, find the bottom rib with your thumbs, come down into this is the junction between lumbar and thoracic, and we're just going to start on any random position on the lumbar spine. And this is where you just work in your own time, Well, 90 seconds, pushing down and lifting off. Off we go. So for me, when I push down, I really have to push and lift everything to feel that flexion. And then when I lift off, I try to lift off just with that vertebrae. Very, very difficult. Other things have to chime in and get involved so that I actually lift off. You have to make sure that you're getting the actual movement, pressing into that rubber, that eraser, as much as you can, even if other parts of your body have to assist. If you do this every single night for years, then you're going to be able to move one area of your vertebrae without many things getting involved at all. And I'm not going to talk much during this because I want you to close your eyes, I want you to concentrate, I want you to really focus on the vertebrae you're trying to move. It's all about mind to muscle on this one. Remapping that brain, getting that control back. Three, two, one. Stop that timer. Just move down a little bit, find another vertebrae, find a different position, and this can be different each time you take this class, just as long as it's 3 different areas. Off we go. Make sure that you flex, make sure that you lift off, make sure that you extend. Good stuff. And you will fail at this. You will feel frustrated. You will feel like you can't do it. That's the whole point. If you learn to juggle, and I just gave you 3 juggling balls and said, here you go, learn to juggle, and just said, this is how you do it, blah, 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 off you go, you're going to drop those balls loads and loads of times. But every single time that you try and you fail and you drop those balls, you're going to get a little bit better. And eventually, you're going to be juggling. And it's exactly the same like this. It's gonna suck, it's gonna be frustrating. That's the whole point. Embrace it, enjoy it. I'm telling you, stick into this. Just for a couple of weeks, you will feel that you're getting some control back where your brain has smudged it and lost that control. About 15 seconds left here on this segment. There we go. Last position for lumbar then. And I'd recommend doing this without, obviously you can do it naked if you want, but without a top on. So you can feel, or at least putting the eraser underneath your t-shirt. Off we go for that last position. If anyone does this naked, then I want to hear about it. If I do this with a top off, my back makes ridiculous noises, like pressing into this mat. It just sounds like I'm constantly farting, so I won't be doing that. And I'm sure this is the 3rd position in the lumbar. I'm sure you've probably felt one of the areas was a little bit more easy to control or feel than another one. So, there is a difference in different areas. And when we get to the T-spine, that's probably going to be even more difficult. Like I said at the start, the most important thing is actually moving. Not just hinging at the pelvis or tilting, making sure that flexion and extension and movement is happening in the spine that we're trying to work. That's that vertebrae that we're trying to move, even at the detriment to extra things chiming in and compensating. Ten seconds. Okay, you can sit up, find that the junction, and then go up a little bit and just find a position for T-spine, and 90 seconds off we go. For this one, to really feel it for me, sometimes I have to come off completely off the ground, with my upper body so that I feel it, and then come back down and try to lift off. With the T-spine, what I'm trying to concentrate on is, obviously a lot of things are moving because my T-spine is switched off, but I'm not trying to just tilt straight away from the pelvis and then lift off. I'm trying to keep that pelvis strong and still as I lift off from that point that the rubber is poking into my T-spine. And just do the best you can. Like I said, it's going to be difficult to start with. You're going to fail. You're going to get frustrated. But if you realize that, you understand how difficult it is, then you're prepared for the frustration and it's not as bad. The most important thing is to try to isolate first and then compensate to achieve what you're trying to do. We're telling the brain what's the perfect situation, and then we're quickly just doing what we can to get it done. And over time, that will get even more better. Even more better? That's not proper English, but you know what I mean. Okay. 2 more to go on the T-spine, so I'm just going to move up a little bit. Find a spot, and there we go. And just close your eyes, concentrate. Do the best you can. And this is like, if you eventually start doing this without me, without the guidance, it will become like, almost like you're meditating. It's a very relaxing, and this is powerful stuff for your brain too, because you're concentrating as much as you can to get some feeling back where you've lost that feeling. And it is, you know, it's intense, it's intensive on the brain. You're asking your brain to remember something that's very difficult to remember because you hasn't done it for so long. So this is not only just going to improve your spine, it's going to improve your brain power, your mind to muscle connection, what we've talked about, why it's so important. Last one. Off we go. Oh, look, my eraser's kind of like gone up onto its side. Ooh. There. And don't worry if you're like, you know, thinking, oh, am I compensating too much? Like, am I moving too much to get this done? I would much rather you do that than to not do enough. If you're not doing enough, you're wasting your time. You're just lying on the mat and you're tilting your pelvis. Or you're, you know, just inhaling and exhaling and filling in air, which makes you feel like you're actually pressing down or lifting off. You've got to get it done. You've got to just overcompensate to start with. Almost there. 15 seconds. There we go. So we'll do 90 more seconds of the spinal segmentation. And what I want you to think about whilst we're doing this, off we go, is close your eyes. Can you feel
any different? Are you moving ever so slightly better?
If you're not, that's fine. But I guarantee you keep doing this and you'll get those light bulb moments or those really nice feelings where you're like, oh wow, I haven't felt that before. Or this feels a little bit different in a good way. Who'd have guessed it, eh?
Our spine needs to move. It makes us feel good. Concentrate. One vertebrae at a time. Would you look at that? Time flies when you're having fun.
That is probably one of the most important classes you can do consistently. So make sure you get them done. There's no easy way about it. It's boring sometimes. It's hard. It's going to be the last thing that you want to do when you're going to bed or when you wake up in the morning or whatever it might be. It has been proven with studies that this sort of stuff, this is better than any heavy Jefferson curls, flexion sit-ups or whatever it might be. They're all going to be great for you, but this, if you want to restore control in the vertebrae segmentally, this is the class for you. So please get them done, and I'll see you on the next video.